Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Here to Italy. I expect you all to be listening with crisp attention. This is an important speech, and I do expect your, well, as much adoration for me as you give to your pets.
What's so important about it?
Well, I'm so glad you said that, Art. What's so important? Because we're gonna be talking, did you hear the title? You did not know the title.
What was the title?
You were not crispy listening. Crisp listening is important when someone is speaking. I'm sure you would concur with that. Is that not correct? So you couldn't possibly be judging, and I'm excited for you to listen now to any talk. What you weren't listening to what the speech was.
Yeah.
So there's an idiom
Other
called-
people are talking while you're talking.
I noticed that, and I'm gonna let that go for just a moment, because
Okay.
it's important to, first, that I address the fact that you don't know what I'm going to speak about, and that's going to be about the importance of our cats and dogs and bunnies and rabbits, the favorite animal of California in particular. However, the idiom raining cats and dogs, that idiom, well, that's about the weather. It is indeed also the truth about California and the globe, because dogs and cats are the most favorite animals in our country, dogs especially. And you were chatting for a second, that must have been something very interesting.
It was.
And what were you saying? Could you share was it about dogs and cats, or what is your favorite?
Well, my favorite is cats. I am a cat man. I have 2 cats. And they are the loves of my life.
That is wonderful, and you were,
I was asking Mariana if she was going to need the timing light out of the cabinet when she times for tabletop, and if she's gonna use the online, flashlight.
so that was something that was important to discuss while I was giving my speech.
No, absolutely. We have to make sure all the elements are in place to have a good meeting.
Okay, perfect, so I would appreciate if you could.
I would just tell them, shut up.
Good boy, you want a treat,
Yeah,
treat?
absolutely.
Okay. Good boy. So he's gonna continue talking, now do you need one too? I think you need one as
No,
well.
I'm gonna get up and give a speech of my own later, but.
Well, you might need this because I'm gonna interrupt you as much as you're interrupting me. Just keep that, we'll keep that like a wicked deal on it, make a deal. However, I want you to consider that when you are humanizing your pet, you are not doing it a favor. Anybody in here sleep with their pet?
I don't sleep with my pet, but I do humanize him, and I really appreciate him in my life. So I think that the statement that it's not the right thing to do is an overstatement, because it can be very personal. And I have a few stories I can tell about my dog,
I
which
will-
support my
And
point
I
of
will be
view.
so interested. Good girl. I'll be interested to hear that later.
I also think it's very inappropriate to give a treat to a dog by throwing it, because the treat can fall on the floor and the
Okay.
dog
This-
can learn how to
I
eat from the
understand.
floor.
This is proof positive that it is not a good idea to humanize animals, because apparently Tatiana believes that she is somehow some form of animal, because she's not an animal. I can throw her a treat because she is a person. You're a person, sweetheart. Yes, you are, I promise. And you can't sleep in my bed either, just saying. I would not have my animals sleep with me. How many people give their animals birthday parties? Birthday parties? Because 61% of Californian dog owners throw real deal birthday parties for their
Oh, wow.
animals. They do. They throw them, they pay for them. Californians spend over $7,000 on the average. You may not. It could be much more if the animal does not get sick. So imagine if the animal becomes ill. Price for that is going to go far way up. Now, discussing with Tatiana, and I'm so glad she brought that up, that the idea that making a pet a human being what you do is you convince that dog that he is something other than a pack carnivore who is subservient, I know it's gonna kill her, but he is, the animal is subservient to the human pack leader. And genuine dog anxiety will develop. If she is not a dog, well, what is she? And if a human is not the pack leader, who is? So dogs need to know who is the boss. Or dogs will become fearful, barking, fighting messes. Did you know that 31% of California dogs are on some form of anxiety medication, from Xanax to cannabis?
It's maybe because people don't humanize them, otherwise they wouldn't be that so angry.
Could you repeat that? I'm not sure what you were saying.
I mean, I think dogs are so anxious because they want to be like humans.
Oh, that would be untrue, because animals in other states that do not spoil their animals, the rate of anxiety in an animal is about 3%. California, whew, way high. They have birthday parties. Puppuccino. A puppuccino is something you can get at Starbucks with your dog. Puppuccinos. I am not making that up. I see that you're laughing, but that's the truth. You drive to the drive-thru, want a puppuccino? Get the animal puppuccino. He's happy and fine to be, well, to be a dog. To be a dog. Have a spot. You don't need to be in bed. Spot can be on the spot. However, let's go back to looking at the Xanax and the cannabis. Instead of being distressed about your dog being on cannabis and anxiety medication, people brag about it. It's something they'll talk about over having their cappuccino. And I am just enjoying the tapping going on. I'm fascinated. You know the little red light that sometimes we mess with, because I did. Anybody mess with their pet, just torture them with the red laser light. I did, man. Sometimes I can just put a fence up. I love my dog and give them the light and they're doing this. That is, I'm captivated by that. Cool. Like that. Now, Rich was mentioning cat. This is an important thing. I am a dog person. Definitely a dog person, not a cat person. However, no matter how you do that, whatever goes on with a cat, cats know they are cats. Am I right? I know Arnie has cats too. You treat them as royalty. You do their bidding. Leave them alone. No matter what you do to a cat, he's not going to be happy if you put him in an outfit. He's going to disappear for a few days until you get over it. Maybe you need the Xanax and you need the cannabis. So leave the cat alone. Meanwhile, we are looking at, well, I'm kind of looking forward to people interrupting this more. Because
I'm thinking about my cat.
you think about your cat.
Yeah, they never leave me alone.
So what do they do?
They treat me as royalty. They mess everything around.
So your cats mess everything around? I don't understand. Does anybody understand that?
I've only ever had one cat and it got eaten by a coyote, and I'm very upset about that still.
Did it? Now, what do you think you could have done to prevent that from happening? I know that you work in emergency services, so how could you have prevented that from happening to your beloved cat?
Not broken up with my girlfriend and decided to have joint custody of the cat.
So single ladies in the room, he's apparently free. Because the way my personality works is it's kind of like a dog. I went, single? What? Job, man, job, single. That's how I went. I perked right out.
Well, my cat thinks she's a dog because she likes to cuddle and she kind of comes up to me and she doesn't treat herself like a queen. She treats me like a king.
So she cleans out your litter box.
Well, no.
Apparently not. But I want you to understand that while cats want you to leave them alone, dogs are usually blissfully willing to join their masters in every little bit of whatever humiliation you want to put them through, as long as they're a part of whatever game you are playing. However, again, they're going to get anxious if you continue well, especially California. Have you seen the Pacific Grove parade where the animals are all dyed to match in the butterfly parade? They, especially poodles, they will dye a standard poodle, multiple colors.
Hmm.
They will put them in full costumes. How many people have ever Halloween costumes there? She's gotta get that, I'm sure her drug dealer.
Hello?
Oh,
Sorry
Going
about
on
that.
right now, something with Kyle and a speech or something, but I just wanted to make sure, Mariana, are you gonna be at the meeting tonight or this afternoon?
Yep, I'm gonna be there.
Okay, perfect. Can you tell Rich I'm only gonna be there until 1:45?
Sergeant.
Oh, sorry, Kyle. Oh, sorry.
Bet, get the ball. You should. Well, funny you should ask, since you're a sweetheart, I'll let you just do some choosing. Good boy. Is that true? He's a good boy. You wanna catch the ball, you wanna catch the ball, you wanna catch the ball. Oh, yeah, there you go. See, now I may not humanize my dog, but I can make a pet out of this dear creature over here, yes. He likes it, the dog likes it, it's all good. So, how do they get those animals dressed up in the parade? Well, they're stoned. You get Fido stoned on cannabis, dye them, birthday parties with photo shoots, and they invite other dogs. Who does that? Anybody in this room? Anybody been to a dog party? Does anybody have Facebook? Cause I'm on Facebook and you're not, nobody's on Facebook, goodness gracious. You all need treats for that, yay. So I will just share with you then, 81% of Californians indulge in buying outfits for their pets. They dress them up. That's a lot of money spent, do you think? Other states, say Alabama, it's down to 25%, and that is the least expense spent on clothing for animals.
I put a metal wire muzzle on my German Shepherd, and he looks like Dr. Laxman.
Well, I'm assuming that you are a positive, good pet owner, and if your animal is a biter, then that is something that would keep.
He's not a biter.
You just do it for, like, it's sexy. Like it's a,
Maybe he's not a biter because I do.
so you dress your dog, okay, look. I got my freak on here right now. So Tatiana likes to dress her pets up like serial killers.
Yeah, no one gets close.
No one gets close. Well, that is an idea because most people know instinctively if your dog's not a biter, especially because I know it's a German Shepherd, that they have a sharp end and a not so sharp end. So if you are encasing your sharp end of your pet, that is a positive thing. On the just in case there could be a biting accident. Going back, anybody have a little dog or ever have a little dog? You can tell your little guy, a person like that would fit in here, little person, dog. Consider that you can, at least you can go torture people who are carrying their animals in purses. Because those chihuahuas, most mini terriers, they are actually ratters. Meaning their job is to chase and contain vermin. And for you to stick them in a purse and dress them up in little clothes, that is not creating a happy dog. That's creating a dog that's shaking all the time. I know you see that. Now, so let us remember that Toastmasters, it is important that animals need 3 major things: exercise, discipline, and affection. So do our kids. exercise, discipline, and effectiveness. It's clearly raining spoiled neurotic dogs in California, while cats just like paw happily and nap under the bed. Madam.